How y'all doing? This is Preacher Man R&B, and this is another episode of Retro TV 91, and this time I'm doing another movie reviews, and this time I'm reviewing One in the Chamber, and it's a movie about two hitmen, Ray Carver and the Wolf, and Ray Carver is played by Cuba Gooding Jr., and the Wolf is played by Dolph Lundgren, and they're both hired by the same guy at first. See, first Ray Carver's hired by this mob family, and he's supposed to kill this other mob family. He kills everybody from the other mob family except for one guy. He gets away because he puts a woman in front of him, and Ray doesn't kill women, so he wasn't able to kill this guy. So after this, Ray's boss gets a hold of him and tells him the rival crime family that he was trying to kill in the first place has hired them to kill the ones that hired him to begin with, because they done fired Ray because he didn't kill the target he was supposed to kill. So he's going out after the people he was hired from in the first place. Well, the people who hired Ray first has now hired the Wolf, played by Dolph Lundgren. And Ray and Dolph Lundgren's character, the Wolf, is going after each family, and they're killing each target they have. And during the middle of the movie, they collide, and they have one big old fight scene at Ray Carver's house, because the people who hired him in the first place know where he lives now, and they send the Wolf after him. And they had this big knife fight, and Ray has the Wolf down and pinned, and he could kill him right there with that knife, but he lets him live. So Ray leaves, and during this movie, Ray's been watching out for this little girl that he's been watching out for her ever since she was a little girl, because he killed her father for a hit, and he's been looking after her ever since. And they finally meet, and she finds out that Ray killed her father, and she gets upset and she leaves. Well, the people who hired Ray in the first place have done got a hold of her. So at the end of the movie, Ray has to go after the people who hired him in the first place to get this girl back. So he goes after them, and he goes through all this guy's security at this club, and he's got this guy in his sights, and he tells him to put the gun down or he's going to kill the girl. So Ray puts his gun down, and the guy shoots him in the shoulder. Well, after the guy shoots him in his shoulder, the Wolf shows back up and then kills him and saves Ray, and then the Wolf walks off. Well, Ray tells this girl to leave. She got to leave now and never come back, and Ray leaves as well. Well, at the end of the movie, Ray's somewhere else in Cuba or something like that, and he got a new house, and he goes into his house, and the Wolf's there. And the Wolf tells him, why should we be working for these people, earning their money, or we could just take their money and be done with it and kill them? And Ray says he'll give him a call sometime, and that sets up for another movie, but there hasn't been another movie made yet. And that's all that really happened on this movie, One in the Chamber. If y'all have ever watched this, what did y'all like about this movie? As always, Preacher Man R&B signing out. That's BG Dawson. This has been another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.